السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا افرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري وأشركه في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين. Okay, let's read one sentence and start, inshallah.
So we're reading the Book of Creation from the Seedbed of the Light.
The Seedbed of Light.
And we're going over the summary points.
Yeah, that is the summary. Yes, correct. Yeah.
So the natural or inborn qualities of things do not lie.
Natural and inborn qualities of things do not lie. What does it mean? What do you think? Is anyone?
I don't understand inborn.
Inborn. I think in practical language they say the nature of things or instincts of things, inborn qualities, natural or inborn qualities of things, natural qualities of things as they are made do not lie. It's difficult to translate fitra. Fitrat of things don't lie.
Is it fitra in the original text? Or?
Must be. Alaykum salam. So, do you have an idea what this is talking about, the sentence?
Okay, so I guess one way of looking at it, if we take like a computer as an example, the keyboard, the keys, the mouse pad, the buttons of the computer look to a certain function or quality that the laptop or computer has, or a phone, for example. But if I use the laptop as a tray, I can do that. However, the fact that the laptop has all of these other aspects to it look to its true function, the real purpose for which it was made to, or the original way in which it was meant to function. Even if I misuse it or use it for another purpose which is totally irrelevant to the functions, the fact that it has these qualities look to its purpose, something along those lines.
What you said, I understand it's correct in itself. I wonder whether the purpose of this sentence is what you said. It seems to be the natural qualities. Don't forget about that. Natural qualities of things don't lie. The things do not lie.
So I have a question.
Mhm.
Like in my mind, this is my
Qualities of
reasoning.
things don't lie.
Yeah, I guess I'm reasoning out loud. In my mind, I don't think the existence of the thing itself is a quality. Therefore, what is, I guess, perceived from it is a quality. So in order for me to know the qualities of anything, in the previous example, a laptop, I must engage with it. I must, I guess, interact with it. In doing so, and this is my question, how am I finding its true quality versus the quality that I'm extracting from it?
Neither of what you ask is the purpose of this sentence. For example, how am I going to understand the qualities? It's a good question, but in order to study this, whatever it is, for example, maybe we can take the example said before, not the key, I would say not the keyboard of the computer, but the software of the computer, how it is programmed. It functions only in the way that it is programmed, right? The computer. So, and the program, if we know the program, we know that it doesn't lie. It means computer, the program says, for example, if you press on this key, then the screen will appear in this way or another way, whatever. If the program is like this, really, if I hit the key, and it happens. But the program functions. The program doesn't lie. For example, we call it, for example, the matter attracts, right? Gravity. The matter attracts, that's it. Suddenly, sometimes matter says, oh, no, I'm not going to attract. But quality says matter attracts another matter or whatever. Now, they don't lie. They function exactly, they are made. They are made for. They function exactly, they are made for, with the qualities in them. Water, for example, if all the conditions are the same, water, if it is below freezing degree, was there any occasion that water said, I'm not going to freeze? No, but in the same conditions, it freezes. You can trust. So sun, for example, emits light for the moment. I mean, maybe billions years later, it may be exhausted of its energy, whatever it's created. But as it is created with the quality, it functions. You can trust. It doesn't lie. So maybe the question, what do you mean by the nature of the things? What do you mean by it? Not to define or anything. Oh, difficult. I was thinking about it. I don't know how they are going to deal with this matter, although it seems to be interesting and exciting for me. With the qualities of the thing, natural qualities, natural qualities of things.
Can we say qualities that we observe on things?
Yeah, whatever the qualities you observe. Yeah. For example, let's say sugar in normal conditions. Sugar is sweet, tastes sweet. Okay, it always tastes sweet. It doesn't change and it doesn't cheat you. It doesn't cheat you, human beings saying, look, I am sweet, but today I'm going to make a joke with you and I won't taste sweet. It doesn't tell like, it is exactly, however the qualities, or however they are created with the certain qualities, they function in the same way under certain conditions, or definite conditions. The conditions change. For example, if you put some chemicals in the water, although the freezing degree is the degree of the air is below freezing degree, it doesn't freeze because there is something, there is another substance in it, right? So that's why the radiator waters, they use certain kind of chemicals in it, so that although it drops well below the freezing degree, it doesn't freeze because of the nature of the substance you put in it. Again, it doesn't lie. So Earth revolves. It doesn't lie. It revolves. Sometimes it makes a joke, or I don't know, for any reasons, doesn't stop. Yeah, gravity functions. That is the quality of the things. Whatever you say, whatever you see in the world, I think this. What does it mean? Simple. What I understood from it, the order of the universe does not change. So simple. That's what I understood from it. What is the significance of it? We are not studying physics. What is the significance of it? What is the relationship between, or the relevance of this sentence to our topic, main topic? Yeah.
I was thinking about what it means for something to lie. And for me, lying means deception, covering, misrepresenting the truth, misrepresenting the reality of things. So when I lie, I'm misrepresenting reality, I'm covering the truth. And so if something is lying to me, it's also doing that same thing. It's not showing the truth as it is, or reality as it is. So when I was reading, the natural qualities of something do not lie, along with what you were saying about how the order of things always continue in their orderliness, right? They don't randomly change about or go about the order that they've been given. They also, through pure observation, are truthful in what they're showcasing to me. How do I phrase this? They represent the truth of reality as it is. But through
truth of reality in their existence.
Not
absolute reality.
Right. They showcase to me the truth of their reality through their existence. But however, there's a difference between the truth that they may represent to me through their own existence and how I may go about interpreting their existence. So I can take their truthful reflection or truthful representation and interpret it in such a way that it becomes a lie or a deception. But the things in themselves always represent the reality of their own existence to me, correctly, truthfully, without any, they don't claim to be more than they are. They don't claim to be less. They purely, through their own state, and qualities communicate to me the exact nature of their own existence and their qualities.
That means, to me, their existence in the world follows only how they were given existence, created, the creation. It is created. No, if you don't say that creation infers some pre-accepted value-laden world, so you can say in their existence, however they exist, they function in this way. From one aspect, it means they have no free will. Although, well, some people claim that the things adapt themselves. They don't have free will. They have to follow as they are created. So, do you think the water or gravity, the quality of the natural quality of the matter is gravity? Everybody agrees on it. Can evolve, can change, can adapt itself?
Itself, no.
No. It means they are totally dependent on whatever the source of their existence is, the will or the programmer, let's say, programmer of the matter, how you should act. So accordingly, they act. For example, the maker of the table made it in this form. Table cannot adapt itself to the environment because it is made in this way. But the living beings are substantially, they are matters. Again, they have their own nature. They are made of matter. And the matter has its own nature. Whatever the actor or agent made this matter with this quality, it must act in this way. It cannot change. Does it make sense? It cannot change. It doesn't have any option. Because no one said that the gravity was functioning for 1 billion years ago, 10 billion years ago, in this way, but it is adapting to the size of the universe, for example. Have you ever heard such a claim? How do we say that the living beings by themselves adapt themselves to a better position? It means adapt yourself to a better position. For example, this gentleman, welcome by the way. Can we learn your name? You are new.
James.
Jane?
James. My name.
James.
Jane. Correct, Jane? Okay.
James.
Sorry?
James.
James. All right, welcome. And also,
Shanice. Shanice.
Shini or Chini?
Shanice.
Shanice.
Chini.
No. Shanice.
Shini's. Need S at the end? Okay. James Shini's. Welcome. James felt cold, maybe a bit chilly, and he put his hoodies on. That is in his nature to adapt himself as a human being to the environment. He adapted himself to the environment, right? Not because the matter itself adapted, his free will preferred it. So he felt that he's a very complicated being, very complicated. He has consciousness, mind, sensors, very the precise sensors. He feels it, he understands what he feels, and he realized that his body temperature and the temperature outside is not really equal to each other, so I must adapt it. But his free will is doing this. Yeah, but sometimes you see that in the creation, there are some matters. We have to be a bit flexible in our conclusions. For example, certain metal, when it is hot or cold, they expand or extract, contract. Yeah, but it is their nature. If you say, for example, you put water in a very solid cup, closed cup. Let's say this is a steel cup, very strong. And if you boil the water or make it freeze in a cold weather, what happens? Water expands. That is his nature. That's called natural character. That's how it is made with this quality. Can the steel cup resist it or break it? Which one is powerful? Steel or liquid water? Which one is powerful? Sorry?
The water.
Water is powerful. It breaks it, cracks it. Whatever. You cannot stop it because in its nature, this quality is given to it. It doesn't lie, means it doesn't misrepresent or its own nature. Because what I understood from there, it demonstrates that the matter doesn't have free will, so that he will choose. Matter, look, even we are talking about cells or about me. For example, I can move according to my will. That is my nature. I can move. So when I am dead, I cannot, according to my, again, the nature of my body. Body acts when it is alive under the control of the free will of the person in the body, whatever it is. So free will does not pertain to matter, my cell or particles of my cell. I am different from my body. I don't know whether you feel the same thing. Do you? You are different from your body. You can use your body according to your free will. Free will is not body's free will. There are some simple confusions messed up, as I understand, by certain biased people to adopt the word to their ideologies, their philosophies. They present as if matter has a free will to change. Do you understand? It means to change their characters. For example, I have a free will, not my body. I cannot identify myself with my body. I'm using my body. Whatever I mean by I, you don't have to define it. You don't have to say soul, spirit. The names are not important, but I use my body, right? It means I have an individual identity different from my body. So this I, whatever it is, materially you may not demonstrate it, but functionally it is out there. It operates. For example, matter attracts, right? Okay. You can show me the matter. You cannot show me the power of attraction in physical terms at all. Only functions. You can only demonstrate when it functions. Like me. You can show me, I cannot show me is that when I say I use my body, I cannot show my eye, but since I am operating over my body, it demonstrates that my body is subject to something else. Something else. Right? So matter attracts doesn't mean, I will say something strange. Matter attracts. No, quality of matter attracts. It means, if you like, make an analogy between the computer and the matter, not the computer functions. What functions?
The software.
Software. If you take the software away, does computer function?
It's useless.
No, it means characters of the things. I understand qualities of things. Sorry, qualities of things are different from things themselves, but are innate. You know, this inborn, it's innate. It is innate in it, like me. Life, for example. No one can show life. This is life. But only we can see when it functions. But we cannot see the life, but we can understand that this body is a living body when it functions. This living side of body is quality. This living side, for example, when I am dead, do you call me a human being? Body of a human being.
Corpse.
Corpse. Yeah, that's it. You call me corpse. That's why you will put me in the soil and forget about it. Say bye-bye. Body doesn't understand. You don't have to say bye-bye. Doesn't understand. Doesn't mean anything for it. So you can just leave it. You cannot say that we were rude to Ali. We buried him. My name is Ali. That's why I'm saying you cannot say that I was very rude to Ali. You say, at least as a human being, we pay respect to the body of Ali, but not Ali. Right? Got it? You have to make the distinction. It takes us, this subject takes us to see that matter doesn't have an independent being or independence. They are not independent beings. They are given some qualities. And the qualities are not produced by the matter themselves. They are given, like my body, for example. My body doesn't produce me. Whoever constructed my body gave the quality of a human being into my body, and they function as a human being now. So before my qualities, human qualities, are taken away from me. If you bury me, my body, it means you are insulting me or torturing me. Is it true? But when the quality, human quality, is left, my body, when the quality leaves my body, you are not insulting Ali anymore. You are treating the body as corpse, as a corpse, and it deserves to be put or buried in the soil. That's best for it. Dependency, I understood, and also this dependency of the matter, the reality of dependency of matter shows that whatever the matter depends on, it is subject to the will of that, how do you call it? The one who gives
Source.
dependence, how do you say?
The giver of dependency.
Giver of dependence, whatever. So the computer functions according to the will of the programmer. Yeah. So cells, living cells, function according to the will of their programmer. So the programmer adjusts the order and makes the cell adjust itself, not the cell itself adjusts itself. Doesn't make sense. So what we see now, a tricky language presented to us by certain, not all, scientists, cheats the human minds that speaks to, for example, as I say, I am a human being, I see. That's correct. My human side sees, not my eye sees. Do you see the difference? Let's say not I. As a human being, I hear. My human side hears, not my ear hears. My ear is a matter, but the quality of matter is my human side. So my human side hears. So my mind itself doesn't understand. I understand. When you take me out of my body, does brain understand anything? Process anything? Now, of course, it is an analogy between the difference between body and human being to understand the qualities of matter and matter itself. But if someone deeply thinks about it, ultimately, what is left if you take, but we have to really use your imagination. If you take all the qualities from the matter, what is left? But forget about the analogies. Analogies just to make the difference between matter, my corp, my body, and me. That was just to make the distinction between what matter is, what the qualities of matter are. That was just to make the distinction. There are two different things going on in the existence of the universe. But in reality, if you take all the qualities of matter, what do you think will be left? Yeah. So universe, in fact, consists of qualities. But it is far-reaching imagination. It's not very practical. That's why people don't talk about it, to my understanding. It's far-reaching. You have to go really, really deep. outside the code. So do you think if there was no quality, there would be no matter? It is not practical, but theoretically it must be so. So take all your qualities, including your shape, including your, I don't know, whatever, all the particles, but particles consist of qualities. Do you think the particles act on their own? So if the particles cannot act on their own, how the atom acts on its own? Because atom means a combination of particles, but in a certain way, again, in a certain quality, but a combination. But do you think the particles can make atom by themselves, or they are combined together with the one who gave existence, with what who gave existence to it? So we should be careful when we talk about, for example, human beings have this quality. They think, yeah, this is correct. I mean, they think. But it doesn't mean that my body thinks. This is the quality of human side, not the body side. So when you go to the matter, so the matter itself is given qualities, and accordingly they exist. According to their qualities, they exist. So they are not the producers of their qualities. They are given the qualities in their existence. Whoever or whatever has given existence to matter must have given the matter the existence with the qualities which we observe and saying that, look, matter has its own qualities in our daily language, but in fact we should say matter is given qualities by its source of existence. Whatever it created, it gave existence to matter. So from one aspect, it shows that matter cannot exist by itself. You understand? So these are very fundamental critiques to materialist philosophy, if you like, interpretation of existence. Because materialist philosophy says matter exists by itself. No, it can't, because nothing can give its qualities to itself. Because it exists with its qualities, and whatever the source of existence of matter is, its qualities must be given to them by the same source. But if we study the universe and see that the universe is deliberately designed, put in a perfect order, everything, for example, my heart works as it is given the qualities. So my lungs work, my nerve system works, as they are made with certain qualities. So matter is attracting because it is giving this quality in its existence. So it cannot give, it is illogical. Nothing can be the source of its own qualities. In order to give qualities to itself, it must have it. If it has it, why bother to give it again? So it is a self-contradictory logic, which is very commonly used in, especially nowadays, some certain ideologist scientists, they are ideologists. They want to inject a certain idea under covering it up with the daily language of the people. Now, matter acts in this way. Come on, computer acts in this way. This is a very simple language. Computer acts in this way, as a computer itself is acting. No one can say that. So matter acts in its by itself in this way. No, because the qualities are given to the matter, and matter exists with these innate qualities given to them. They are given, these qualities are given to them, right? Does it make sense? So we have to watch out which kind of language they use. You found the plate, but you didn't find brownie. Okay. Natural qualities of things don't lie means whatever the quality is given, or however the matter is given existence with certain qualities, it must act, it must function as it is made. Fundamentally, one, I'm summarizing what you said, it means they cannot be the source of their own existence. Two, they have no free will. They have no choice. They have to act as they are made. That means they are dependent. Yeah? For example, computer is dependent on its maker. So matter is dependent on its source of existence. So we have to see that we cannot say after going through the stage of reflection, thinking, universe has an order. No, it is a wrong sentence. Who will tell me the correct sentence?
Order.
Universe has an order is not a correct sentence. True, representing reality. Universe has an order in its existence. Is it right? First of all, is this sentence right?
Not without attributing or defining where that order is coming from.
Yeah. Universe, that we are saying, first, universe cannot be the source of existence of this quality order. One. The second is, universe doesn't have the free will, cannot have the free will by itself to make itself into an order. It means universe doesn't have the order by itself. It means it is completely dependent. But if I say, I'm not saying God created the universe or this kind of language we don't usually use, but it may be a conclusion depending on your understanding of the concept of God. But we say, logically, whatever the source of existence of the universe is, it gave the universe the quality of order to exist in an orderly fashion. For example, whatever the source of existence of this building is, who made this building? It gave its shape to the building. Building cannot put itself into a shape. Those are materials. Well, some people like to fancy all the materials of the building were just jumbled up, and then billions of years later it became into a house, and it didn't jumble up anymore. Became stable. Why? Because it is functioning. And they were, for example, if you go to the junkyard, you don't see any functioning car, but as a junkyard, it is functioning. As a junkyard. As a junkyard. It doesn't mean that one day the wind will come or something happens, and then out of this junkyard, all the cars will be a perfect functioning cars. Each of them is individually perfect because everything in the universe is individually perfect, perfectly fitting the order of the universe. It means there are different cars, or let's say some trucks, some of them are bicycles, some, let's say, and they each became perfectly arranged within their own cell. For example, there are more than 1 million kinds of animate beings. Each of them is perfect in its own being. Each of them is perfect on its own being. So if I see James adapting himself to the temperature of the room, putting the hoodies on, and I cannot say that matter is adapting itself. I say, look, James is a human being, and human being has the quality, is given the quality to choose freely. For example, I feel that I have the free will to say this sentence rather than that sentence, for example. So, did my body give the quality to choose freely? Did myself give existence to myself the quality of free will to choose freely? I found myself made in this way. I think no one is crazy to claim that, no, I made my eyes work and see. I gave free will to myself. This shows that what was the general topic you said this book, the part we were reading, you said?
The line we were reading?
Yeah, when you start before reading, you started reading, you said, we are reading a piece which deals with what? You said the name of the book is
Yeah.
Seed of the Light,
Yeah.
but the particular chapter is about?
The summaries?
Sorry, no, the summary, yeah. The summary of what?
Book of Creation.
Sorry?
Book of Creation.
No. Yeah, you said something. Looking at something. Book of Creation? Yeah. Now, as far as the subject of Book of Creation is concerned, it means the universe. Universe says that, of course, this Book of Creation, this phrase is, again, valulated, yeah? Accepting that the universe is created, which means there is a creator, right? And why do you think the author says book of creation because his logic demonstrates that this universe must have a creator because it is created with certain qualities. So if it is created with certain qualities, it means all the qualities of the universe must be given by its creator. Because he decided, he gave existence. Creator means to give existence to something which does not exist or which did not exist, which did not exist before its existence. It means he initiates the creation or the existence of the things, and while he was giving it was whatever the source, the creator is, while it was given existence, it, if you like, equipped with the things, equipped the things with their qualities. So these qualities never change because qualities themselves has no free will to change. Logically, the qualities themselves don't change, but we may find it a bit hard to understand this because of the mixed, if you like, diverted language that we learn while we are studying any subject related to science. It means how the universe works. They divert the language. They say the things themselves are acting. And they cannot demonstrate it. For example, if I say, I myself speak, what the science says, okay, look, they go and make a person speak. Look, he's speaking. It's very childish, very simplistic. Yes, he has given the ability to speak. That is why he is using this ability. He has given the ability to choose which way, which word, which sentence that he's going to speak. Then that is why he is using the free will he has been given. But matter doesn't have a free will. Atom doesn't have a free will. Particles don't have a free will. They have to act according to how they are made, with the qualities that function as they are made. They cannot have another option. That is why they don't tell lie. Means when they act, for example, simple example, when water freezes, it says, I have been given this quality and I have no other option but follow it. It means not I have been, of course, in its existence it says, not as a human being expresses it. So the way it exists declares that that's how I am made by my maker. How I am given existence by my creator. Clear? Any question? Any concern?
We say sometimes we don't observe that matter have consciousness.
Matter have.
Yeah. Matter has consciousness
from itself.
from itself.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Even you as a human being, you don't have consciousness from yourself. But it is given to you, that's what you are using it. And it is given to you, and also it is given to you the ability to choose it. That's why you use it.
But we also say, like, I'm not table, so I don't know whether table has a consciousness according to its level.
But according to its level, it's not my concern.
Yeah. Can we say with the same, like, thinking that maybe they have their own free will according to their level that we don't observe?
No. I think we cannot, because we human beings understand that the matter's quality, or the qualities, are given to them in their own existence. It is not from themselves. Whether it has something or not, I don't care. Whatever it has must be given to them, not originated by themselves. It is logically contradictory. Not originated by themselves. Whatever the qualities, physics, biology, chemistry, whatever, find out in the existence of matter. Matter is given existence with these qualities. Cannot be the source of existence of their qualities. If I don't have it, how can I give it? This is what I'm. So I don't have it, I will give it to myself, which I don't have it. It's logically contradictory. So this simple, tricky language used by certain people in order to divert the minds of the people to say that nature acts on its own, nature adapts itself on its own, nature seeks the perfection by itself, so adapts in order to become a better functioning being, whatever it is, a better functioning being itself. And we see matter, and no one saw matter started functioning in a better way, but only they don't tell lie means however they are made, they have to function.
That's why they don't have free will. We can come to this conclusion.
Of their own,
Yeah, of course,
free
they are
will from themselves.
not from themselves, but which is given, let's say, free will given to it
Oh,
according to its level.
what we observe in the universe, we don't see that particles have free will. For example, no one can show us or me, you can say also, no one can show me, one atom not following its own nature at all. There is no example of it. I give the typical example, practical one. No one can show one air molecule acting on its own. What do? They obey the order of the universe. Temperature change, wind, we call it wind. Of course, the temperature change moves the particles of air towards certain direction because they expand, they subtract, contract. Yeah, they expand, they contract. Accordingly, they go up and down and they move because they are created in this way. They cannot do otherwise.
According to our observation.
Yeah, of course. So we say they have no free will of their own. So they obey the order. That's it. It means they are dependent on the, if you like, source of existence or designer of this universe with its particles. Not the particles are fixed and there is a designer. We have to be careful with the language. So, for example, the one human being, a human being, designed this computers, how do you say, material side, not the program.
Hardware.
Or they call it hardware, yeah. I don't know what they really mean by hardware. Although technically, I don't know really. But in a simple language, hardware, software, this program, hardware is the material side. He is the man who made the computer has used already existing matter. He didn't create matter. Gave another shape within the limits of the qualities of the matter. For example, you can, under a very hot heat, very, let me say, high degree heat, you can melt the metal and put it into another form. Can you? That is the nature, the quality of the nature of metal. So he did it in this way. The plastic side also, he did it in this way. But what he is using here, already existing material, already existing qualities, already existing order of the universe. Already existing. For example, the metal being having the quality of melting under certain temperature is this quality. So human beings can discover this quality and heat it and give the shape as we have here. But the origin of the existence of the universe is cannot be used already existing things like human-made things, table, machine, cable, whatever, paper, pen, already existing material, already existing qualities. But the source of existence of the universe must be the one who created it. It means he didn't, the source of existence did not use, should have not used already existing matter. If it was, it would be dependent. A dependent being logically cannot be the creator, source of existence. The source of existence cannot be the creator, source of existence. A dependent being, because dependent on the already existing material. So the creation, the word to create, it means giving existence to a thing with its qualities from scratch. It means very beginning. It depends, the matter depends on the will of its source of existence. We can conclude that from here. Matter depends on its source of existence to exist. Yeah? Got it? Matter. So, what the sentence says, it doesn't lie, means I understand they cannot exist by themselves. They have no free will. They only follow the qualities given to them by their source of existence. That necessitates that this universe must have a source of existence, which is called in daily language, creator. Somebody must have created it. Something must have created it. So this creator is named, if you like, by literature, scripture, the religious sources, or they call they are divinely inspired sources, etc. It is not our subject whether they are divinely inspired, what it means. We are not talking about this. It's not our subject. But in the scriptural language, this source of existence, which is the creator, must be the creator, is called in English God. So simple way of explaining or reminding ourselves or talking about this whole process of thinking, reflections, starting from scratch, coming to the already existing universe, explaining it. We say how it exists, and the scriptural language says God. There must be something not of the nature of the universe. Yes, the source of existence of the universe must have given existence to the universe, who is this source of existence is called God. If you don't like the word God, say something else. But you mean what? You should mean the source of existence of the universe. Right? That must be source of existence of the matter. Source of existence of the nature of the matter. Right? So you cannot use nature is the source of existence. No, the nature of matter needs to be given existence. Right? So, source of the matter itself cannot be the source of existence of itself. Logically contradictory. So, it's a very simple logic, but they don't lie means the qualities of natural qualities of things don't lie means they are bound to follow the way they are given existence. They are dependent. So we understand from there they need to be created. There's a long explanation. We are just reading the summary of maybe pages of explanation. That's why it took us a long time. I don't know whether this kind of thinking is or reflections make sense to you. If anyone says there is a logical inconsistency in any stage of this reasoning, I would like to hear. Not, how do you say, playing with the words, mixing with daily language with our philosophical foundations. That's what the scientists do. Certain philosophers do. Playing with the daily language, whether using daily practical language. For example, I say, I think, I'm a human being, I think. What do I mean by I? What do I mean by the ability to think? Is it an independent being or not? Who am I? Am I separated from, am I a separate being from my body, from my brain? Do I have an independent existence? No detailed explanation. You see this, the human beings think, so matter adapts itself to its environment. Simplistic. They are extremely simplistic and playing with the word and really tricking innocent people's minds. The matter is not that simple at all to explain away with a simple language. Naturally happens. For example, if I say cell adapts itself to its environment, what do you mean by adapts itself? Well, it means, for example, I speak myself. Cell adapts itself. So I have an independent existence from my body. What does the cell have independent existence from its cell body? It is innate nature. That's what makes it, for example, my ability to think makes me. Do you understand? But I cannot claim that I am adapting myself by myself. No, I am given the ability to adapt myself. But self must be given the ability to adapt itself. But this ability is totally dependent on the one who gave existence to the cell as a cell. For example, a table is a table, atom is an atom, molecule is a molecule, cell is a cell. Particles of the cell as particles, independently, if you like, equipped with the qualities and given existence, totally dependent on its source of existence. Every single thing. That means every single thing speaks to me that the book of nature we said.
Book of creation.
Sorry?
Book of creation.
Book of creation. Creation is, book of the universe, book of the creation. That is why every single thing that I am a written book for human beings to think, consciously analyze, and understand, so that ultimately they will understand what their source is. It means I will understand my existence belongs to a one who gave existence to everything in a harmony, perfect order. As much as I can say. So, as much as I can understand, my existence belongs to the source of existence of the universe. So think about it. Think about the universe. Not only it is vastness, hugeness, no, but also it is in detailed qualities. Quality within quality, within quality, within quality. Understand? For example, body. Body consists of all miraculous beings. You can, if you don't mind. So, body consists of all miraculous organs, members of body. So for example, my nerve system works differently from my digestive system. And my thinking ability, my brain works completely different from my kidneys. My kidneys were completely different from my lungs. Each of them are miraculous. So when I say all the parts, the very roughly explained parts, my organs, have completely different, independent qualities given. So let's say my heart's structure is completely different from my, let's say, nerve system. It is independently designed. So every cell of my heart is independently designed. Be careful what we are doing here. So every particle of the cells of the heart is independently designed. Their combination is also independently designed. So I am independently designed. The earth in which I live, I communicate with the air, water, and food, and gravity, everything. We are in contact with each other, independently designed. The universe is independently designed. If you want to list the layers of independently designed being, can you find a number? I can't. Amazing act of creation. Every single thing is independently or must have independently designed. Combination of it also is independently designed. You cannot say that the particles of this computer is a computer. No, it is independently designed to function as a computer. Independently designed. Every part of the computer is independently, must have been independently designed. It's unimaginable. The universe thinking of the universe. So you say this book of creation is billions or countless times more complicated. The book we are reading, written by a conscious being, independent of design. Example, he says, I'm going to write here T and H and E, make it B, so meaning is given to it. But this is so simplistic when it is compared to the book of the universe. So the author says, after thinking about it, we can comfortably conclude book of creation, because it can only be explainable by using the word creation, act of creating. Right there, what the scriptures say, exactly the same. Everything is consciously, deliberately created by the one who has given existence to everything as an independent designed order. So consciously created everything. Deliberately, must be free will, but unimaginable. Can you imagine the one who is the source of existence of the universe? Impossible. You just say, it must be so, but it is unimaginable. Because you cannot liken the source of existence of this universe to anything of this universe. Anything of this universe. You just say, as the scriptures define God as the one which is beyond pure imagination. We use it in this class. We use the word absolute. The word absolute in this class in order to express or convey the message of this unimaginable, uncomparable, nothing to do with the universe, but the source of the universe. So what is the significance of understanding of this matter? I understand that I belong to that source. That source is my point of security in my existence. Gives all, takes away all my worries, what will happen to me. Don't worry, everything is perfectly independently designed. So everything is under control. What you do, of course, you are given the free will to choose. So you have to exercise the free will. For example, if you feel cold, you have to wear your coat or whatever, the precautions you are expected to take. You know, the order tells you, it doesn't tell you lie. Order tells you exactly what to do, because, it is the very important and precious quality of human being that we have free will, we have consciousness, we think, we learn, we memorize, and act accordingly. That makes the human being so wonderful creature. No, different from the rest of the creation. We have to know our value. The scripture says we made the human being. And most of the scriptures are real scriptures that they really say we are divinely inspired. They say the human beings are the masterpiece of the creator of the universe. It means the simple language, they don't use masterpiece, there's your perfect creation. Possible within the created world. That's how I am made. I am experiencing it. I cannot deny. I am not a table.
So we shouldn't speculate that table, whether table has given free will or not.
None of my business.
It's just speculation.
No, given. But what matters me, whatever the qualities table have, whether I I can describe it or not, given. Because table's existence is given. With no exception. Table's existence is given.
But not free will given.
I don't know. None of my business. Why do you specify with any quality? Whatever the qualities you can see, you must say, you must accept, admit, it is given. Whether you see it, you don't see it. By definition, it must be given. There is no speculation about whether the table is conscious or not. None of my business. But it is given. Yeah. For example, according to the scriptures, this meaningful creation has given meaning. So human beings can make sense of their existence. So this given meaning is also a quality of the matter. So I understand that in the existence of the universe, there must be consciousness, given consciousness. In the language of the source strength, in the language of scripture, this consciousness side of the creation matter is called angels. Yeah. So angels are not something different from it, For example, if you call me a human being, that's what I am. If you call the universe, that's what it is. And you can say universe is a consciously created, and representing the consciously created thing represents consciousness. Do you understand what I mean? For example, if the maker, for example, the simple example again, my typical example, some people might have got fed up with this example. Art, piece of art, represents what? The qualities of the artist. So all the qualities are given by the artist, but artist's qualities are manifested in the existence of the art. Yeah? So that's why we call it a piece of art. This is a piece of art, right? So we can say easily that the piece of art cannot have more than what the qualities of the artist are. Yes? And piece of art cannot have independent qualities independent from the qualities of its maker, right? So we see that the relationship with the piece of art between the piece of art and the artist, exactly, we can use the same analogy. This universe is the piece of art, and the artist has manifested its qualities in its existence, right? So we say, by studying the universe's qualities, which are given, we call it reflected, manifested qualities in the universe, this given quality of the universe lets me infer that the source of existence of these qualities must be the origin of these qualities. It means must be the qualities of the artist. In the example, the qualities of the creator of the universe. So how do we know God? In a very simplistic way of what it's discussed, saying that To show me the nature that people say, the believing people say, show me nature, doing something, creating something. They say, you cannot show me the nature, huh? And the materialist conditioned mind, biased mind of the people say, show me God doing this. I challenged. It's wrong. Why it's wrong? Nature, the word nature corresponds or represents what? The matter. The matter itself. So you have to show it. For example, if I say the piece of art exists by itself, you have the right to say, show me the quality of artistry in the thing, that a piece of art in itself. I have the right to say, because I'm saying the piece of art is created by itself, or not even created, it exists by itself. It means it must have the source of the qualities in itself. It is functioning, freely designing it. But they cannot. But if they say, show me the artist drawing or making the piece of art, I say, I don't have to. Because why? Because it is not within the art that I can explain, show it to you. Artist is not of the nature of the piece of art. Very simple, isn't it? So I say, I look at the piece of art, see the qualities, reflected qualities, made qualities, given qualities in the piece of art, and conclude that, infer that, its source of existence must be the origin, must be the source of existence of these qualities. Do you understand this? So I don't have to show God, which is the creator of the universe, not within the universe, cannot be of the nature of the universe, so that, this is a God or something. Because it is the creator of the universe. As a person who says, this piece of art is made by an artist. You don't have to ask him. You cannot ask him, show me the artist making it. Because artist is a completely different creature, being, than art. So it is not within the art, and we are in the art. We are in the universe. I cannot show. I am not expected to show, but this is my logical conclusion. That the universe's source of existence must have an independent existence, but I cannot describe it. I cannot imagine it. Definitely, I cannot show it in the universe. The creator of the universe cannot be in it. The artist of the piece of art cannot be in the art. It is logically inconsistent. So we don't say God created the universe. What we say, universe must have been created by an origin of existence, by a being whose qualities manifested in the universe. That's what the scriptures say. You cannot talk about the nature, the essence of God, but you can see the reflected qualities of the Creator, God, in the existence of the universe. Simple, isn't it? That is called, in the language of the scriptures, beautiful qualities, beautiful names of God. It means everything is perfect, which is, for example, everybody, most of us know Asma'ul Husna in the language of the Quran. The beautiful names, it means perfect names, or the names of perfection is the better translation. Names of perfection. In every side, it is perfect. Creating an atom is perfect. Creating the sun is perfect. So creating the gravity is perfect. So qualities of perfection of the Creator. So we understand that although the language of the scripture is very simplistic, so that everybody can understand. Even the illiterate people can say, yeah, really, all the qualities I see must be given by the Creator. Finish. He doesn't have to go through the stages that we went through this class now. Oh, the time is up. I have to rush. Right? I'm sorry. Okay, at least we studied one set. I think if anybody has any question, Jane, do you have any question?
Okay.
You're right. Has a question. Okay. Quickly, really.
Yeah,
If it needs a long answer, no, I have no.
No, it's more of a summary or my understanding of the natural qualities of things do not lie. So I guess like to summarize my understanding succinctly or as succinctly as possible, like at least in my head, there's two ways in which the natural qualities of things do not lie. One is in the qualities that I see in the matter. I can, by using my reasoning, I can come to the understanding that those qualities cannot be from the matter itself.
Itself, yeah.
That's number one.
So because the matter ultimately those qualities, the matter itself, nothing but those qualities.
Right, so
So-
I'm gonna get there.
When you say matter, okay, I thought you were going to say
Right.
something good. Sorry.
So, and then secondly, which is very fascinating. So one thing is if I see like water, for example, I know that the quality of freezing cannot be inherent to the particles of water itself and the temperature. Yet,
By itself.
By itself.
It is given, yeah.
in and of itself. Yet there's this very interesting relationship where the matter cannot exist without those qualities. It's not as if those qualities are externally
Yeah. There is a
applied onto
matter,
it.
there is a matter, and the qualities are installed.
Right.
Like human actions. For example, there is a matter, and the qualities of the parts, etc., the qualities of the computer installed on the matter and arranged in this way.
Right.
Yeah.
So like it's interesting because I have to kind of like make that separation in the first
Yeah.
example of knowing that they're not the source of these qualities, the matter itself, but
Yeah.
yet I still have to recognize that the createdness or the nature of the way that matter is created or that I experience matter has those qualities already implanted into it. So I can't actually separate it
From the matter itself.
itself.
Yeah. So another thing we emphasized in the reflections that we have shared today, they don't have free will.
Free will and also that they're dependent.
They are dependent.
Those two
yeah.
other things as well.
They are dependent in their existence. They cannot have free will by themselves. So whatever happens because of the will of their creator. So you cannot say the matter evolves by itself. That is logically inconsistent. Thank you very much. Thank you for the beautiful summary. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanakallahumma la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka innaka antal alimul hakim. Sorry, I have to rush. Okay. Thank you very much.